Okay, so let's have a look at upgrades. We have 1-1 here for Peanut, with we have attack level 2 on the way, and then armor level 2 after that. And we have some research here. He's trying to research the I think that was an observer getting destroyed there. Research the upgrade for bunkers, for structures, and for extra range for turrets. So here he's just got a bunch of stuff queued up, but he has the resources to do so. Matt is at 1 attack, and I'm sitting at 1-1. Okay, just having a look around, checking that nothing's going on down at this third for me. And if we have a look at production, pretty soon I'm going to expand there with a Nexus. So let's put it on faster ×2. This observer going around here has actually scouted out Matt. Probably should have gone and done some damage there, but what I decided to do instead is well, make a bunch of Archons first of all, and then these Stalkers, instead of attacking Matt, which probably would have been best. Oh yeah, I forgot. I put these pylons down to then put some cannons out. I decided to send these Stalkers over here to see if I could do Peanut any damage. Of course, the siege tank placement is actually pretty good, because even if I destroy this one can attack me, or this one can attack me. But I decided to go forward anyway, destroy that siege tank. At this point it would probably be wise just to pull out, although destroying this siege tank would be good. Okay, so actually I'm in an alright position here, except for the fact that I'm trapped between 2 siege tanks. And at this point I just think, what, 3 Stalkers may as well try and do some damage. Would have been nice to get killed off the armory, because that would have stopped that vehicle upgrade. But I think he'll get, yeah, he gets an SCV to it in time. So that was a bit of a shame there. A medevac here loaded up with 8 Marines. So Matt, did I actually miss? Medevac's taken some damage. Did I miss something with that medevac? Yeah, just go back a bit further. And a bit further still, actually, from the looks of things. So here we are, medevac on full health. I see it runs right into the cannons. Takes a lot of damage, but Matt manages to keep it alive. This is what I mean by Matt's not in a great position to win the game, or he wouldn't be if it was any other type of battle, but in a free-for-all, me and Peanut could do each other a lot of damage, and then cleverly done drops like this could help him take the game. Now here he's attacking my Nexus, which I actually don't have any defences for, and I'm just glad that I didn't transfer over any probes. So here, do I bother sending any units? I sent some Archons down, but he leaves it alive, my Nexus, just before the Archons can get there, and decides to head around here. If he gets any closer, these cannons are going to be finishing that off. He's pretty much mined out here now as well. Medevac heading out. That Marine's going to be killed, but the Medevac itself manages to stay alive, so decides to unload all the units. I'll put it on ×2, shall I, until these units do something. They run forwards without doing much. Do they manage to take out a cannon? Yes, they do. So those units have managed to do some damage at least. But then I decide to warp in some Stalkers, and managing to clear that up there. But not before Matt managed to do me some damage, and now I'm ahead in the terms of units lost. But that's also because I threw away a bunch of stalkers trying to do some damage, which wasn't particularly sensible of me. Now here I'm pushing back with some stalkers, but what am I saying? My observer dies, but now I'm pushing out with some Dark Templar. Now the reason I'm pushing out with these is just to see what damage I can do. Now, does Matt have any detectors? Nope. So well, yeah, he can scan, but so these Dark Templar would do a lot of damage. I could have done the old blink up here again, and either killed or avoided the siege tank to take out some SCVs. But I'm going to spot here the factory and things, so I know Matt now know. How much about Matt do I actually know? The observers show a few things, but I don't actually know what's up here, so I don't actually know that there's no detection. So yeah, blink stalkers again. I decided that they worked last time, so I'd try it again. And once again, they're doing a lot of damage. These Marines sitting here not doing much. Matt's gonna lift off yet again. Actually, a good scan there by Matt spots the Dark Templar.
Research complete.
Actually, no, that's not by Matt.
Base
that's by
is under attack.
That's by Peanut. So he's just having a look at what's going on over there. So he wants to see what this battle is, and basically sees a bunch of stalkers doing damage to Matt. Now these Dark Templar are not doing anything. Probably should have run them up. Decide to blink out here and warp in some reinforcements. So now not enough Marines to take out these stalkers here, especially not if I reinforce them with these DTs, which I should be doing. Banshee almost complete here. Banshee cloaking on the way, because Matt knows that I hate cloaked Banshees and they do me a lot of damage. So I make sure to get rid of that Tetla and that Banshee. And I keep warping in reinforcements here to make sure that I can finish him off. He's moved his orbital command safely out of the way, because nobody was mining anyway, he's just missing out on gas. But now there's not really much you can do, and finally the Dark Templar decide to join in the battle. Now this was good because I can get rid of all the Marines in this bunker without causing any damage at all to my stalkers. So finally here, pretty much finishing off Matt, because he managed to hang in a long time after basically losing everything once. And in retrospect, he probably should have built a turret here. Now here he says, Peanut says James run. Now I've absolutely no idea why he said this. I assumed that Matt had a nuke that I didn't know about and panicked. So I was desperately trying to move these units around. Just so I completely panicked here. I was looking around trying to work out was he nuking my base? Could I see a ghost anywhere? And so I decided to just run these units out of here just in case. Also moving the observer because of how worried I was. But as it turns out, I had no idea why he was telling me to run away. So that's a bit of a puzzle. These 3 probes here being absolutely useless. It really annoys me when I do things like this. It's like the assimilator is right here and I've just missed it. So these probes are just sat there doing nothing. And it will take me a long time to notice as well. Oh, that's because I'm about to destroy Matt's orbital. These DTs here wishing they could fly. Anyway, stop complaining about probes. I do have a base. I'm mining off of this base here, and Peanut is mined out. Matt is dead. So if we have a look at income, Peanut does have some income from somewhere. Yes, I see. He's long distance mining here with 2 of these up. But basically, I'm the only one who's really mining off any bases. There's some long distance mining going on, but so in terms of income, I'm going to be far ahead. If we look at spending, I've currently spent a lot more, and units, 42 probes to 20 SCVs, not looking so good. APM, embarrassing. Effective actions, even less. Anyway, I'll put production up again. Concussive shells just coming out. Very annoying to try and deal with marauders with concussive shells. So I decided to take this base because why not? So I've sent a bunch of probes. Some of them still have resources because essentially they're doing nothing elsewhere. Okay. So these Dark Templar here. I'm trying to move them around outside of the range of the where the turrets can detect them. So if we look at them from Peanut's vision, you can tell they're there, and goodness me, a lot of damage happens very quickly. All of them destroyed. So I decide, that was a bad idea, but I can warp more in, because if at first you don't succeed, waste more units. So I just try and keep out of range. So I decide, right, I'll leave him here, just to kill off a couple of SCVs that are going to be mining off these airborne patches. But then he decides to scan and kills them anyway. But I'm not one to give up, and I think I waste even more Dark Templar on this attack, although maybe not. These Dark Templar down here not doing very much. I should either turn them into Archons, which is probably certainly a better use of them than just throwing them at some siege tanks. 2 attack on the way now. Then I can start getting 2 armor. Not really looking so good for upgrades. I don't really have the gas for them, seeing as I haven't really. I'm only mining off here in terms of gas. Base has finished here, and all these probes are doing nothing because I've only just noticed, and this gas is going to be. No, they are going to deposit the gas beforehand. Anyway, observers not doing so much. This warp prism here just waiting to warp in some more units. I'm going to speed this up. I should have sped it up quite a while ago. Anyway, finally deciding to send these DTs to do something useful. I'm not sure quite what route I'm sending them on. Oh, I'm sending them here. Yeah, making an Archon always a good idea. I think I wanted some DTs to come and attack. Actually, that might have been an accident. I'm not sure, because you do occasionally press C by accident and turn your units into Archons. So I decided to amass some units up here. I probably should have got some Colossus, but when I saw that he had Vikings, I decided not to bother. However, a couple of Colossus might have been a good idea, just to mix some in. I have the supply for it. I decided to throw down a Stargate. Now, you might say, what's the point of throwing down a Stargate? But then I also put down a Fleet Beacon. And you might say, what's the point of putting down a Fleet Beacon? But now I can train a mothership. Now, a mothership is going to really help this army, because yes, he has a couple of turrets, but those turrets are going to die very quickly, and then he will be forced to target only the mothership, whilst the rest of my cloaked units can do plenty of damage. Still long distance mining here. If we have a look at income, he does have some income, but it's barely even worth thinking about. Okay, so Matt was trying to send me private messages actually during this game, yelling at me that I significantly outnumber him and should just finish it off. I think he was getting bored of waiting for the game to finish. But I decided to play it safe and warp in a ton of cannons. So these Banshees over here are going to cause some problems, managing to almost finish off the cannon. Probably, if destroying this cannon might have been a good idea. That pylon wasn't really that important, and I have another probe on the way to replace that. So Peanut here got a bunch of bunkers up, doing well on the upgrade front actually. At 3-2 with all the other upgrades for bunkers and buildings, etc. And now I decide, right, Dark Templar didn't work, so cannons. Out of range of the tanks, but can still shoot the probes. So now a bunch of probes get killed, and Banshee's going to get killed as well. So in other words, I was just basically harassing at this point, because wanting to put Peanuts on as little income as possible. But I don't really want to engage, because as Terran are a particularly good race for defences, because siege tanks are just so effective at shooting your units and doing so much damage, particularly to a big force, because the splash damage is just crazy. So he's now on, well, he's on 16 income for gas, because this one SCV is mining away, and is out of range of the photon cannons. But the pathing not really helping there once he'd finished mining, because the cannons could then attack. Now I realised that not every unit was being killed, so I decided to put pylon down and build some cannons closer. So here, I think Peanut decided that he'd had enough of turtling and was going to get a bunch of units out. Unsieges everywhere. Basically decides to take away all the defences that had stopped me from deciding to go and finishing them off, and decides to push out. So whilst these tanks are unsieged, I add on a bunch more cannons. Just to I 4 cannons to kill 1 refinery and a SCV. I wanted to make sure he was at literally no income, because why not? And let him push out. You know, that would be for anybody else. Pushing out would be a bad thing to do. Just trying to engage these cannons head on. The best idea would be to set up tanks to deal with them, because you can place tanks on the high ground to do damage, and so on and so forth. So I decide to get rid of that missile turret, and then to destroy his army while he's trying to get rid of the cannons. So once this missile turret's down, he can't actually detect any of these units in vision, I don't think. Can't see all these units here, so once I get over them a bit better with my mothership, you know, he can see them because of this missile turret. But if I have the sense to get that turret down and fast, you want to attack the turret. Okay, well I decided I could just finish him off anyway. But the turret goes down, and so now these units are invisible over here. Nothing you can do about them. Which is why motherships are such a good unit, because
is under attack.
You might argue that, you know, it's a lot of money, but it does just make your army so much more powerful. So there's the GG well played, because at this point, I mean, what can you do? No units, pretty much no production. Gonna take off with the buildings, but at the end of the day, my army is made up of Stalkers, Immortals and Mothership, which is pretty good versus air. So Mothership does go down, but so are all of Peanut's buildings. So there we are. That was the match. I hope you've enjoyed watching it, because we enjoyed. Well, I enjoyed playing it. I don't know how the others felt about me beating them, but the thing is that battle was a bit one-sided, because I've played around 150 matches. Matt has played around 50, and Peanuts has played somewhere in the 20 to 30 region. So I'm by far the most experienced player. So you would expect me to win, but Matt has been playing a bit more, and Peanut has been playing some 2v2 with me and doing some arcade games. So in terms of ability, we're all getting better, and I say that because we're going to be playing some 3v3, and we're hoping to do well in 3v3 and also in 2v2 and things like this. And when I say do well, I mean we're aiming for silver, because we want to get out of bronze. We don't want to be the scrubs in bronze. So anyway, I might, if they want to, get Peanut and get Matt to come and cast some games with me, so it's not just me talking about the game for a while. To try and make it more interesting, try and make it more entertaining, because I myself like to cast seriously and try and give you advice on how to improve, but it might be better if we get some entertainment value, because my friends can be funny. They can also be very irritating. So we'll just see. I'll edit them out as I see fit. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Please comment on what you thought of seeing Free for All, and whether you'd like to see some more of Peanut and Matt and things like this. And yeah, just have a look at some of my other StarCraft videos if you're wanting to see some beginner strategies. But this is Test Subject 24 signing off, and I hope you've enjoyed this video.